Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. What a fine Monday it is. I finally got a good night of sleep after a wondrous weekend of wild recording, and I'm here to bring you awesome news. Yes, we start things off with a great show. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're doing fantastic. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy the show, and let me know in the comments down below what you think about today's topics, which are gonna be Nintendo getting their Black Friday deals raring to go, and they are really strong this year. Except for one thing that's pretty darn disappointing. Also, we got the first look at Grand Theft Auto on the Switch. Is it good enough? Is the port strong enough to be worthy of your $60 later this week? We also have new announcements from Capcom related to Monster Hunter, and they're bundling two games together in a pretty neat way for the holidays, plus some Metroid news on the future of that franchise. We got it all in store, so let's get straight into it. Let's start it off with that Capcom news. They decided to put Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2 together in a double pack. I guess they got jealous of Pokemon doing it with every Switch release, and now you can get two games on November 11th in Japan. They haven't yet announced if this is going to be coming stateside. I hope it does, because those are two of the strongest third-party releases in 2021, and it would be really fun to get them together. Two very different genres, but one same universe. They also announced that they'll be putting out like a best price greatest hits version of Monster Hunter Rise for Switch for $50, which is freaking great. I mean, Nintendo would never drop their top title for the year down $10 in the same year, but hey, Capcom wants to sell even more copies of a game that's creeping closer and closer to double-digit million sales. I hope we see these universally and worldwide. I'll be sure to let you know. But if you haven't picked up Monster Hunter Rise or Stories 2 or want to get them as a gift, this could be a great opportunity. Now, speaking of opportunities, Samus has the best opportunity she's ever had to really get herself out there, get herself known. Hello, I'm a great bounty hunter. That's kind of how I imagine her doing it. She's a woman of few words, but a woman of much strength. Metroid Dread is hopefully selling well. We don't have any stats or figures yet, so we'll have to wait on that. But hey, Dread producer Yoshio Sakamoto had some very interesting things to say. Now, we know that Metroid Prime 4 is somewhere out there over the rainbow. Will it come out next year? Probably not. Will it come out the year after that? Hopefully. And Dread is supposed to be the conclusion of this Metroid saga, so what happens next? Well, Sakamoto says he'd love to see a Metroid movie, which frankly I think sounds fantastic. I really hope these Nintendo cinematic excursions are awesome. The Mario one, the rumored DK one, now a Metroid thing getting talked about. That would be fantastic if, like, you know, we got Marvel, Mario, Nintendo having their own metaverse. That would be fantastic. But he also said that this is not the end of Samus's journey, which also makes sense. I didn't think Dread would be the end, but maybe the series goes in a bit of a different direction. We'll have to see how unique Metroid Prime 4 is, what they choose to emphasize there, and when it ever comes out. But Sakamoto said, as long as the character Samus exists, I think her adventure will continue. I feel that Samus should continue her adventure, and that's something that we would really need to put our best effort into. Metroid Dread does conclude the 5-story arc that has been going on for 35 years. However, I feel that it's not the ultimate end. There should be something that is able to continue the franchise and the universe. So yes, as long as your character Samus is loved, I would like to do what I have to do. Showing that dedication that a guy like Sakurai is known for, Sakamoto is going to hopefully usher Samus into a new era. But right now we can still enjoy Dread, which is dreadfully delightful. That game is fantastic. And I'd love to know in the comments down below if you're looking forward to Prime 4. When do you think Metroid Prime 4 will release, and will it even be better than Dread? Let me know your take down below. Click, click, boom. It's almost time for GTA to descend upon Switch. This Thursday, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, brings GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City to our hybrid heaven. And now we know exactly what it looks like. We've already seen a trailer detailing this game sort of like remaster, remake, retaining the original aesthetic, but tightening everything up, adding awesome lighting, making the characters look cartoony, but better. It's just a really good look, I personally think. And it looks solid on Switch. I mean, take a look at these screenshots and let me know how you feel about the port job that they've done. I personally believe we'll need to wait and see this thing in full motion to pass true judgment, but you can tell they're missing some lighting and some shadows from the better versions, but like, Did you really expect this to look as good as a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X game? There was never a chance that would happen, but it does retain the overall feel. I just hope in motion it runs solid, it runs smooth, and it runs at a good frame rate. As long as that happens, I mean, that's the trade-off you have to make if you're gonna get the game on Switch. You know, you got the download, even on the cartridge, you got the graphical limitations, but you do get 3 classic GTA games wherever you want to play. And I'm sure those colors and characters will still pop on the OLED screen. Frankly, that's what I'm really excited to see. Like, how good does it look? The colors of Vice City, right in my eyeballs on that Switch OLED screen. I think we're gonna check this one out later this week and see how it plays and see how it performs, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let me know. The puppy wants to play Grand Theft Auto, which I don't know, are you old enough? I think you're only like 9.5 in dog years. Anyhow, let me know in the comments down below if you plan to get GTA later this week, or if you're interested to see how it's running on Switch. The game's out Thursday for $60. This year is just cruising, and Black Friday is like right around the corner. So this morning, Nintendo decided to come out and say, guess what? We're putting a bunch of first-party titles on sale, and they did a pretty sweet job this season, providing their list of all the games that you can get for cheap at a bunch of different retailers this Black Friday. All right, so let me go through the list, and then there's 2 special titles that are normally bigger bundles that are going to be on the best price they've ever been sales, which I really love. And then they also announced their special console for the holiday season, which, yeah. But let's go over the list. It's 8 games. You got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you got Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario Maker 2, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Splatoon 2, and Paper Mario and the Origami King. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you're gonna pick any of these up at $40. And if you recommend any of these games really strongly, let's let the people know. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 doesn't go on sale all too often, so I really like the price point for this one, especially with the heavily rumored Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on the horizon. Paper Mario and the Origami King feels like a super sweet spot at 40, and that's a game I don't think gets enough love on the platform. Now, some of the other titles are a bit older, but it makes sense to have Splatoon 2 and Breath of the Wild on sale with sequels coming out in 2022. Link's Awakening, Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario Maker 2. Mario Maker 2 is a game that kind of just like faded fast, but still very worth it in my opinion. And then Fire Emblem 3 Houses, a game that has been on sale, but 40 is still super good value for a game that will last you a super long time throughout the holiday season. But I want to also talk about 2 other big box titles that got major price discounts. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is down to $60. Isn't that retail price? No, because this comes with the actual cart. It was $100, which felt like a lot for kind of like not the true Mario Kart successor, but like a fun Mario Kart Carnival aside. It's pretty cool to see your kart racing around and actually get to play it like AR style on your Switch. And at $60, I think this is a really fun gift for your younger friends or even for your adult friends. Like, it has appeal across all sorts of demographics. And then Ring Fit Adventure getting its best price ever down to $55. And yes, Ring Fit is a couple years old, but that is still a really fun game and probably Nintendo's best implementation of doing something like I don't know, like, ooh, it's for your body and it's different and it's not really a game, but like it's still a game. This is their best attempt at merging the two, and the sales figures speak for themselves. So Ring Fit down $25, right? From 80 to 55. I like that deal a lot. What I don't like though is Nintendo double, triple, quadruple dipping at this point on their Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Black Friday bundle. Like, yes, phenomenal game, probably my favorite Nintendo title of the decade. But this game came out right around launch, and you're doing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 3 months of Switch Online, and the OG Switch with no special Joy-Con, no special dock, and it's $300. So like, yeah, you get a game and some online, but at this point, couldn't we do throw a different Joy-Con on there? Give me some like custom colorway, I don't know, make this special instead of just recycling and rinsing and repeating. Now, I hope this is the last year that we see this bundle, and I have good reason to believe so, because next year, hopefully the OLED is a more prominent console and one that features heavily in their marketing plans for the holiday season. Now, if you're looking for an OLED, they seem to be coming back in stock, so keep your eyes peeled on Twitter for that. And of course, I'll have a full gift guide coming out later of the things I recommend you get from this list and from the other stores once we see what GameStop and Best Buy and Amazon have in store for Nintendo Switch deals. But for now, this is a really healthy start and some good stuff that maybe you don't have and you like to pick up. I think it's kind of a bummer that there's no 2021 games here and that the bundle is very basic, but alas, it is Nintendo, and if you want to get cheaper deals, you're gonna have to go to a different publisher most likely, or get deals that are retailer specific. Now, I will also point out that the eShop is gonna have its own Black Friday extravaganza, but that has not been disclosed at this time, and you know I got you covered. As soon as Nintendo reveals their digital deals, which could be better than their physical deals, I will let you know exactly what they've got going on. Hands in the air like you just don't care, but I really made sure to care about the poll today. It's back after so many sleepy evenings where I fell asleep or forgot. I asked you when you think Breath of the Wild 2 is dropping in 2022, and I was surprised. All right, the winner was November, which seems just like that's the holiday month, right? You're gonna put your biggest game out, and 39% said November, myself included. But 24% of you ain't buying Nintendo's release window, and you think this game is gonna get delayed till 2023, which I really hope is not the case. Now, we know very little about Nintendo's second half 2022 plans. I think we all kind of expect Splatoon 3 to be a first half release, Pokemon Legends obviously is a January release, and even something like Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope figures to be earlier rather than later. So what would be the big game if not for Breath of the Wild 2? Well, maybe there's another 3D Mario on the horizon. Could Metroid Prime 4 squeak in there? I doubt it. I really personally think that it will be Breath of the Wild 2 as the big holiday kahuna, although if anything could usurp it, man, I'm down for some Mario Kart 9. Now, 17% of you think it'll hit in December, 12% in September, and 8% in October, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we get something more from BOTW2 at the Game Awards next month, or maybe Nintendo's early 2022 Direct. I'll obviously have you covered, and big thanks to everybody for supporting the channel so strongly as of late. We're having just an amazing month, and I'm having an amazing time enjoying all of this awesome video game action with all of you. So thanks for being here. I hope your week is starting out wonderful. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. Until that time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Leave a like on your way out. And for now, SwitchForce out. Woohoo!